Ladies and gentlemen, again, welcome to Guys Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Many people are forgetting the 2024-2025 finance bill. This bill is oppressive. This bill is punitive. It is discriminatory. It is a bill that is going to hurt Kenyans in many ways. And when you look at our country today, Kenyans have all the reason to get worried. If you have gone through the finance bill, you have all the reasons to get worried. When you look at our members of parliament, who are actually voting machines of William Samuel Ruto, you have all the reasons to get worried. And I'm looking at our country, I'm worried. Today, when I saw Eric Omodi being arrested for actually dramatizing demonstrations for for finance bill 2024-2025, I knew that Kenyans were watching. I knew that most people are not happy with this finance bill. And I can say that if William Samuel Ruto is not careful, the finance bill can bring everything down. The finance bill can bring our economy down. The finance bill can bring our education down. The finance bill can destroy our farmers, our businesses, everything. When you read the finance bill, you realize that there are so many things that do not add up. There are so many taxes that are being levied on Kenyan products. New taxes while increasing the old taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the farmer, you sympathize with the farmer. For instance, if you look at the poultry farmer, the government is opening our borders to any East African country to bring their eggs into our country. From Congo to Zaire to Rwanda, Burundi, Rwanda, Kenya, anything. Kenya itakuwa soko la mayai kutoka kila mahali. And it is duty-free eggs. Hili jambo ambalo wa Kenya wanafaa kuelewa. When you look at our country, when you look at the cost of production, ukiangalia the poultry farmer, vile ambavyo ananunua vyakula vya kuku, utakubaliana nami ya kwamba chakula cha kuku nchini Kenya bei yake ni ghali sana unapolinganisha na mataifa jirani. When you saw Museveni coming here to Kenya, this is one thing that he wanted from William Samuel Ruto, that the Ugandan farmers must be allowed to market their eggs, which are in excess in Uganda, in Tanzania. They must be brought to Kenya. That means mkulima wa kuku hapo wa Kenya itakubidi ugojee wakulima ambao wanalima kuku au wanafuga kuku kule DRC, kule Uganda ama Tanzania, waje watuzie mayai yao. No wonder. We understand that we have there are so many poultry farmers who are relocating to neighboring countries. Something else is that the government is allowing Joe Biden to bring or to open the market for the poultry finished products. Tunafahamishwa kwamba kuna vitu vingi ambavyo havitumiki kule Marekani, kwa mfano shigo. Kama uko hapa labda tuambie kama kule wazungu wanakula shigo. They don't. Ile miguu, vile vichwa the intestines, everything, they'll be dumped in our country. They'll be dumped in our country. The government is opening the borders and they'll be duty free. What does this mean? Naona kwa mfano unapoenda mahali kwingi kule Naivasha, kwa mfano kule Keno, Thika, Limuru, wapi, unaona hao watu ambao wanauza nyama za kuku kule barabarani, unaona ni wengi sana. Hao itawabidi waende nyumbani. I'm telling you, they have to go home, because when America start dumping the finished product, because from where goes these are, they look like waste products, basi itamaanisha kwamba wewe pale ambapo unauza shigo ya kuku pale Kiambaa unauza kuku, najijua wewe na wewe naambia, unakumbuka ya rafiki yangu pale, yule ambaye unauza miguu pale, you find it very very rough. Again, this means that Kenyans must relocate to neighboring countries. If you want to succeed as a farmer, you must relocate to Uganda. You must relocate to Tanzania. You must relocate to South Sudan. Because this is where production and layering of chicken is cheap. William Ruto is sending Kenyans out of this country without knowing, whether deliberately or unconsciously. Again, I'm just trying to highlight some of the evils in this draconian bill. Talk about 2.5%, where vehicle owners are supposed to pay 2.5% to the insurance companies, and then the insurance company would pass the same money to the government. The money will be taken to William Ruto's government. And this is to be done every year. Ladies and gentlemen, tunaelekea wapi jameni? Because it means those people who are insurance industry, kwa mfano wale ambao wamekuwa kilipia, like now say something like comprehensive insurance cover, they'll be forced to pay that party so that they can be able to pay the 2.5%. Some of them will even decide not to insure their vehicles. This means in case of risk, then watu watakuwa katika hatari kubwa sana. And this is making the country poorer every day. Because you see, if you cannot be compensated when there is a risk, then it means that in case of a risk, the insurance is supposed to take you up to where you are before the accident occurs. But now, this government is coming up with other taxes. Even the insurance itself, you'll find it very rough, very difficult to collect this money. It means the premium that the insurance companies will be getting will be very, very little. In fact, pesa zitapungua. Utaona watu wakifutwa kazi. Utaona kampuni zingine zikifungwa. Because you see, it also means that the valuers, wale watu ambao unakuja kuangalia thamani tuseme kwa mfano ya gari lako, ni wewe utagharamia. So when you add the cost of valuation and then William Ruto's 2.5%, then you end up paying a lot of money for a junk. And maybe ukiendelea kulipa hivyo utakuja kugundua kwamba umelipa pesa nyingi in form of taxes to William Ruto's government than the cost or the price of the junk itself. Don't forget that there is fuel levy, there is road levy, there is what, so many levies in this country. Don't forget there is even the 16% VAT. So what are we saying? What we are saying is that most people will either be forced to sell their vehicles, the cost of transport will be very, very high, and many things that are going to happen are that are going to come up with this finance bill. What about this idea of zero rating some products like sugarcane when they are being transported to the market? Why only discriminate? Why only pick sugarcane? Bona usiweke hata maziwa pale, usiweke viazi pale, wale watu ambao wanalima viazi kama wale watu wa Nyandarua, wale watu wa Narok, ili wanapopeleka viazi vyao kule Marigiti, basi wawe wanapata faida kubwa. Why only gives incentives to the sugarcane farmer? Kwa nini? Or is it meant to destroy the businesses or the economy of some regions? Today, I understand wakulima wa majani chai kule Kericho, the ones that sell I think grade 2 tea, wanalamika kwa sababu wamekosa mahali pa kuuza due to the last year's finance bill punitive, ambapo sasa watu wamekuja sasa kugundua ni heri wanunue grade 1 tea which is grown in many parts of Kiambu, in some parts of like the Limuru, in some parts of Githumu, in Kadara, Kadara, in some parts of Muranga, I think also some parts of Nyeri. That's where you find grade 1 tea. So the buyers are abandoning grade 2. So William Samoei Ruto is slowly killing the industries without knowing. He's impoverishing this country. There are so many things about the farm inputs. Kwamba wakulima wanaambiwa ya kwamba wanapewa bolea. Lakini ukweli ni kwamba when you look at other farm inputs, you know, the farm inputs sio bidii peke yake, sio fertilizer peke yake. Kuna mengi ambayo unaandamana na the farm inputs. The government is taxing these farm inputs heavily. The cost of electricity is also very high. The cost of fuel is also very high. William Samoei Ruto is killing the industries. What this means is that our industries are likely to relocate. Our investors are likely to relocate. This economy is going to be very, very unattractive to investors. Why introduce so many taxes? Very many. Some of them do not even add up. Why? And here comes the voting machine. Here comes the people of the mountain, because hao ndio ambao wanatumiwa na serikali kwenda pale kupiga kura ili wapate dogenono. Nawaambia hawa jamaa mnatusaliti kabisa. Mmetuza kabisa. You should stop this nonsense. Mwache kuuza watu. Acha kuuza taifa lenu. You are not in parliament to sell your country. You are not there to sell our country. Listen to Gathoni wa Mushoba. Gathoni wa Mushoba ndiye pekee ambaye ameamua kusimama na kutetea mwananchi wa kawaida. And even wale watu wa opposition, stand up and be counted. Stand up like a man. Because that is why you are elected. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes nawaka moto wakati ambapo naona vile ambavyo Wakenya wanateseka, wakati ambapo naona vile ambavyo watu wanalia, wakati ambapo naona vile ambavyo tulichagua watu walichaguliwa wako pale kwa maslahi yao wenyewe. Why are we, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, have a blessed evening. Bye bye.